Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Peacock and we are in the middle of a Cities Skylines build called Project Flintropica. In our last couple of episodes, we've kind of expanded our residential area. We've put in a bunch of districts on our north island area. The put in the self-sufficient buildings with commercial being organic local produce. So we've got that set up. And we started to grid out the rest of this area. And since that episode, I've made quite a bit of progress on our map. Let me walk through some of the things that I've done, some of the changes that I've made. Starting with our golf course, I went in and, as we built this, we made this a park, but we really didn't put any sort of boundaries or anything in it, any gates or any of that sort. Or we had the one gate across this bridge here. But we really didn't do anything as far as the vanilla park features. And as a result, when you opened up the park, the entertainment level was very low. I think we had maybe one or two visitors, and so even though the golf course looks great, I think I don't want to necessarily be a show off, but I think I did a pretty good job here with the golf course. And but I've gone in and I've added some of the vanilla park themes to it, and I've kind of made this the nature reserve. So starting with so I've added the main gate down here. I've added a side gate over here. The side gates are actually much bigger than I thought they were going to be, compared to like the regular park side gates. Normally it's like one or two tiles. This one's, much more than that. But I've added this path in. I've replaced the regular pavement path with the nature reserve path. Along our regular paths that we have going hole to hole, I've kind of added a bunch of these little gazebos along the way. There's another one there. So I've added a bunch of those along our paths. I've also added a few, like a couple of lookout points here. I have this one down here, viewing deck. There's a fishing cabin over here. Another lookout point right there. Another fishing cabin over here, along with our nature path, and added a camping site over here. This bouldering site, and added another camping site over here, along with another viewing deck. So just added a small, little bits and pieces over here to get that in place to kind of elevate the value of our area. And so this nature path I basically have going along the river, and kind of using this expanding the park to kind of use all of this space that we're not really using. So I've added a couple of hunting cabins over here. I don't have any animals over here, but that's fine. A few gazebos, etc. So, and as you saw, while I was letting this run, we were in the process of leveling up to level 2, with plenty of entertainment value now to try and get this to level up. So that was one thing I did. Another thing I did was, obviously I went ahead and I kind of gridded out the rest of this area to kind of get it going. I connected this area. I put in this road, this bridge that goes along our coast here, and connecting back over to here to our area. So now we have another way for residents over here to kind of get over here if they need to. We had our ferry stop that we added in the last episode, but I've also added a passenger stop, train station. This prop that was it was somewhere over here if I recall correctly. I just kind of moved it along this train line. And so speaking of train lines, I've also added a cargo terminal over here as well. And then I added a few ferry stops. So I added one here, added another one over here, and another one over here. And so basically I have another line that now goes airport here, 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 and back up here. So people can actually get literally they can get from downtown to the airport via ferry, either this way that we had set up before, or now they can get over there this way, coming up this way, connecting here, and then coming along this way. I know, the AI won't have anybody really doing that, but because of, the distance that it would take, but it's there anyways. So I've got that in place. In this last square down here, this Hickory Park, I've added another park down here, just a regular generic park. Added a few gazebos and whatnot. I'm not really trying to get this to, anything like level 5 or anything of that sort, but just had this big space here that I was debating what to do with it, and I thought, well, I'll just put another park down here. So I've got that in place. This area will eventually be like office to kind of buffer the noise from our train station to our residential, which will be over here. And there's enough of a buffer between here and the area up here to not have people complain about noise. So that's in place. And tram lines, I've gone ahead and I created one line that basically services these 3 districts. So one line that basically goes along the outside, comes in this line, goes on the outside, comes back over here, and goes back and forth. So there's one line that handles these 3. Remember, there isn't one that handles this, it's just one that goes along the outside. And then I have another one that handles these 4. So there's another tram line that handles all of this. And then there's one that basically goes around and does a loop along the outside, up this way and down, and so on and so forth. So that there are ways for people to connect via tram. And then I don't have one in place yet, but we'll have one line that goes that services both of these districts, and so on and so forth. So today, let's see, was there anything else that we did? No, I think that was it. Yeah, so today what I wanted to do was take this area and put in our, not our trade school, but our liberal arts college. So I want to save this area for our liberal arts college, and I want to save this area up here for our trade school. So we'll put that'll be probably the next episode, we'll do that up here. But in the meantime, these are all set up, ready to go for residential. You see, we've got plenty of demand for residential and commercial. And as I had mentioned before, commercial will go on the outside to kind of buffer from tram noise and traffic and the highway noise, etc. And so we'll just kind of open up these as we go along. And so let's kind of go ahead and start that. So let me fill in the rest of this. Yeah, so I added these bridges here, tram bridges, to go over the highway. Over here, it basically just connects via a straight road that is just only for trams, so we can keep our flow of traffic, our exits in that one area. You know, the one main artery that we were trying to do that I talked about earlier. And so I've got another bridge over here that goes that way. This one I didn't put a bridge. I just basically just had it go around, and got that set up there. So and a road that connects here. So once we get this set up, we'll do a bridge to go from this side to this side, and we'll get these two hooked up. Thought about doing a tunnel, but our train line comes through here, and I didn't necessarily want to mess with this anymore. I've done enough messing around with it, so it's done. I'm not touching it anymore. All right, so let's go ahead and we'll get started on this. I'll start laying out some roads, kind of figure out. I think our entrance point. I want to keep it close to our ferry stop over here. So maybe perhaps over here we'll do our entrance to our liberal arts school. Kind of lay down some roads, plop some buildings, etc. So let me go ahead and do that. I'll fast forward through the footage and meet with you guys when I'm done. All right, so we've got everything down in place. We've got our admin building here, and we've got a bunch of you know other buildings scattered around the campus. We have our dorms on this side. We have a few more on this side. All in all, I think it looks pretty well. Our Coastal Park Academy of Arts has an attractiveness score of 1330, which is good. Let's look at our policies. So we want to offer free lunch. Let's see. Visiting scholars. Yep, we'll do that. And that's fine for now. So we have cinematography, music, and literature. Those are fine. We'll bump this up to 10. And I think we're good. So I've got the tram stops along the outside. I've got paths or this main entrance along those there. I think now I want to go ahead and do the tram stops within the campus. So we'll do one there, one there. We'll just go along the outside here. And then let's see. Do another one right here. Take this way. We'll come all the way back this way. And we'll connect that up here. Let me play this because it may rename it. No, okay, good. Alright, so that's set up. Tram. I think 3 is fine. I think 3 vehicles are fine. And now I want to take, let's see, we'll create another line. We'll start in here. Do one there. And we'll come up this way. Let's see, let's go to this stop. And we'll have it loop back to this stop. One along that path there. Alright, let's make sure we got tram selected there. Yep, Hickory Park Coastal Park sounds good. And let's see. Yeah, 3 lines there is fine. Let's see, do we do an inside line? No, that's fine. We'll leave it like that. Alright, so I think that's good. I'm going to go ahead and open up this area first for zoning. So let's do our commercial first. I'm going to do commercial down here as well. I didn't mention that before, but... And then... Yep, along there. And then over here we're going to do office buildings. Office buildings. Alright, so then commercial on this bit, and then residential. Let's hold off on this. We'll put those in. Alright, and we'll let that go. Get these closer to the university first, and then we'll kind of build up this way and then end up over here. As far as that goes. So I think we're at a good place to stop. I'll go ahead and let this run, keep an eye on it, make sure everything's set up appropriately. We do have water. Yep, we do have water. Make sure everything's set up appropriately. Got all our lines running, all services and everything created, which I'll go ahead and add those in here in a bit. But thanks for tuning in. Smash that like button. Consider subscribing. And we'll see you in the next episode. Thank you and have a wonderful day.